What's up everyone, how's it going? It's Simon here from CD Revival. Apologies that it's taken me a week or so to do this video, but I've been very busy this week, lots going on, so yeah, unfortunately I haven't been able to get round to it. But today I'm going to do the Rammstein ranking that I've been promising to do for a little while now. So yeah, Rammstein, great German band, sing in German, like yeah, very few German bands obviously sing in German. A lot of the greats like Scorpions, except Halloween, etc., have all sort of sang in English. Rammstein do it a little bit differently. Some of their stuff's in English, but the majority of it they do sing in German, and they've had great success, you know, doing what they do. Superb band on all their albums are excellent. Superb live band. Just a great all-round package, really. Obviously, a little bit of controversy recently, but we won't go into that. That's you know, neither here nor there, really. But yeah, superb band. Been going for a while, and I'm going to rank their studio output. If you're familiar with it, let me know what you think are your favourite albums. I say they've not really done any bad ones at all, but we'll go through them now. So number 8, I have got their most recent album. It's the only one that I don't actually own on CD, and that's called Zeit, which means time. So their 8th album came out last year, 2022, was in my top 10 albums of 2022. So it just shows how strong their discography is. To, you know, have a great album, and is, you know, it's my bottom rank, but still means that I do love it. This one was a bit of a surprise because they hadn't intended to make an album. They were supposed to be touring their previous album still, but they obviously the lockdown and everything and COVID made them, you know, they had plenty of time on their hands, so they put this album together. I say it's the only one I don't have, but it is, yeah, a good album. The title track is an excellent song, slower one as well. Other standouts are things like Giftig, which I think is a really good track. Zigzag, Angst is a really good one. Adieu, and also the classic Dicker Titten, which is funny, but one hell of a riff in there as well. So yeah, superb album. Could be their final album. I say they've not been super prolific over the last sort of 10 years or so, but if it is their last album, then it's still a decent way to go out. But they're touring at the moment, so you never know what might happen in the future. But yeah, excellent album. Zeit, number 8 though on my list. It's still their bottom, my least favourite album. The least real standout tracks on it, I think, for me. So still really cool. Next up, we have at number 7, Rosenrot, which stands for Rose Red, or means Rose Red in English. This is their 5th album from 2005. Excellent album cover. Yeah, their album covers generally tend to be pretty strong, pretty decent. This one, say nothing wrong with the album. It's just not quite as good as the ones above it, but it has got some really good stuff on it. But yeah, things like Benzene, which I think was the first single, is not the strongest. It's a little bit kind of by numbers. Man gegen Man, that's an excellent track. The title track is really superb as well. Wo bist du, one of my favourite tracks on the album as well, which is a slower one. It's got Don't Die Before I Do, or Strijd nicht voor meer. That's got it's basically a duet. I think it's got the woman from Texas on it, Charlene Spiteri. Hilf mir, that's a good track as well. But yeah, it's not super strong. It's a good album, very listenable, but not quite as good as the others on my list. Te quiero puta as well, which they sing in Spanish, which has got a very mariachi feel about it as well. Once again, didn't really enjoy that when I first heard it, but it's kind of grown on me a bit. But so yeah, still a decent album, but number 7 for me. It's not quite as strong as a few of the others. Well, most of the others, to be honest with you. But yeah, still pretty cool. Next one on my list is number 6, and I need to be careful with the cover of this one. Well placed finger there. Libra is for Alla Da, which is their 6th album from 2009. Can't really show much of the inlay of this at all because it's full of naked ladies in various, anyway, situations. Yeah, 6th album from 2009. Similar to Rosenrot, it's this also means actually love is there for everyone. Yeah, similar to Rosenrot in the way that it's got good tracks on it, but and it has got some really strong tracks on here. High Fish, I think, is super. Weidmann's Heil is excellent. Frühling in Paris is another really good, the slower song, which is really excellent as well. And it has the song Pussy on it, which has an exceptionally explicit video. So make sure whoever's not around when you're watching that one. Rammstein, another excellent track, also the name of an excellent Rammstein tribute band. A friend of mine is the guitarist in. So if you're a fan of Rammstein and you can't get to see them, go and see Rammstein if they're playing near you, because they are excellent also. But yeah, excellent album. So can't really show you much of the inlay because it's very racy. But yeah, 6th album from 2009. Not a lot wrong with this, but yeah, not quite as strong as the stuff above it. Everything from going on from here is incredibly good, and this one is just very good. So yeah, excellent album at number 6. Libra ist für alle da. Next one at number 5. This came out in 2019, and this is the Untitled album. If you get it on streaming services and what have you, they just call it Rammstein. So yeah, 2019. There was a long between the album I just showed and this one. There was the 10-year gap. So yeah, quite a long delay. Pretty minimal sort of cover on this one, but quite effective. Starts off with the track Deutschland, which is superb, really good, really excellent video for that as well. Quite a lot of sort of cool, catchy stuff on here, like Radio, for example, as well. Auslander, just a really cool up tempo, pretty much it's a dance track really, but really excellent. Diamant, I really like. That's a slower one as well. So yeah, it's a bit more. I wouldn't say poppy, but it's a bit more dancey. It's quite upbeat. A lot of really good stuff on here, and did take a little while to grow on me, this album actually. But once I got into it, yeah, really enjoy it. Yeah, excellent album. That's the Untitled album from 2019, 7th album. So usually just titled Rammstein if you find it on Amazon Music or Spotify or whatever you use. So yeah, really cool. Now number 4, I have got their first album, Herzeleid. Really poor cover. Even the band themselves have said, yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing. This came out in 1995, so nearly 20 years old. Good first album, to be honest with you. Really enjoy a lot of stuff on here. Wollt ihr das Bett in Flammen sehen? Really good opener. Der Meister, Weißes Fleisch, Asche, zu Asche, that's excellent as well. Du riechst so gut, that's a superb track as well. Harata Mick, Herzeleid, the title track, which actually means heartbreak. Just loads of really cool stuff on here, like Sight. Yeah, just a superb first album. Apparently the band don't really like it too much. I think it's easily top 4, my number 4. So some really cool stuff on here. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And they did do an alternative cover, which is basically the pictures from the inside, which I can kind of maybe show you. I can show you. So like these, and basically they've made a kind of collage of all the faces, which is a little bit less gay porno, to be brutally honest with you, but yeah, still a really good album, even with the dodgy cover. So first album, Herzeleid from 1995, that's my number 4. My top 3, there's not really a lot between them, to be honest with you, because they're all absolutely superb. Number 3, I've got Riser. which means arise, arise, or potentially journey, journey, depending on which way you want to translate it. This is their 4th album from 2004. Pretty much bangers all the way through. Another really cool album cover. If I take that out, you've got like it's kind of themed around like the plane crash. So it's just like the flight recorder box, and they're all dressed up, and there's the plane crash there. Yeah, loads of really, really cool stuff on here. Title track, excellent. Mind Tile is one of their best tracks. When they do that live, it's superb. Keine Lust, superb. Dalai Lama is a really, really great track. Los is a really good one with sort of a bluesy rhythm to it. It's a bit different. You've got America, which is one of their catchiest tracks. Stein um Stein, Ohne Dich. Just loads of really good stuff from start to finish. A real banger of an album. And yeah, number 3 for me, I say it's pretty close to the top 3 are all pretty close together, to be honest with you. They're all like must-have albums. So yeah, this is from 2004. It's their 4th album, and for me it's number 3 in my ranking, and that is Reise, Reise. Number 2, I have got Zayn Zucht, which means desire or longing. This is their 2nd album from 1997. It's got a bit of a cracked case on this one, which is, it's got printed stuff on the actual jewel case, so there's not really much I can do about it. And they did like a different cover for each member of the band. The Till Lindemann one is, they've got all the pictures inside. His one, it's done by the same guy that did Scorpions Blackout cover as well. And you can see Till Lindemann there has got the forks on his eyes, same as Rudolf Schenker did on the Blackout cover. But yeah, this one, once again, start to finish, absolutely superb. Title track, superb. Engel, brilliant. Bestrafe mich even, is superb. Du hast is probably one of their most famous tracks. It's got Buch dich on it, Spiel mit mir, Klavier, Eifersucht. Just loads of really, really cool stuff. There's a good mixture of like sort of keyboards and guitars on it. Some really super crunchy riffs as well. Just yeah, brilliant album start to finish. From 1997, their 2nd album, Zayn Zucht. Definitely check this one out. And my number 1 album, if you're a Rammstein fan, you'll probably agree, is Mutter from 2001, which is their 3rd album. Stands for mother, obviously. And this one is an absolute masterpiece. Easily number 1, to be honest with you. The first, well, 6 tracks really. So you've got Mein Herz brennt, My Heart Burns, Links 2, 3, 4. 2nd track, Sonne, which has got a riff to die for. Ich will, which is probably one of my favourite tracks of theirs. Feuer frei, which is another great live favourite, and the title track. Those 6 in a row, it's pretty much unmatched. They're like sort of peace of mind levels of like side 1, absolute superb. Every track is just amazing. Does kind of not peter out towards the end, but you can never, if it was to keep going at that sort of rate with that sort of quality of tracks, it'd be the best album ever by anyone ever. But yeah, the last sort of 5 tracks are not quite up to the first sort of 6's standard, but the first 6 are just, yeah, as good as first 6 tracks on any album that you'll find anywhere. This album absolutely bangs. It really is a superb album, and if you have not checked this out, then definitely check it out. If you've not checked any Rammstein albums out, this is the one to go for, because it's, yeah, just absolutely superb. So yeah, give that a go. That's my number 1, Mutter from 2001. The only other album of theirs I've got is this one, which is Livehouse Berlin. There is a 2 CD version of this, I think, which obviously I haven't got. This is just a single version. And this one's okay. It's not got their very best set list on it, to be honest with you. But I think it was a fairly early sort of live album, so I think the double disc probably got some of the bits on here that, you know, maybe should have been on here. But yeah, still really cool live album. And that's that one there. This one came out, I can't even really see, but late 90s, I think. Might have been around the time of one of their albums. Maybe after Zayn Zucht, or maybe even after Riser, but I think it might have been after Zayn Zucht. But yeah, they're a superb band to watch live. There's a couple of things. If you've got Amazon like Prime, there's a couple of their live gigs on there. The one in Paris is absolutely superb, so give that a go. The level of like showmanship and pyro and the sound quality and just everything is just amazing, really. So definitely give that a go. So yeah, a bit of an underrated band from people that don't really know them too well. But yeah, for me, love all their albums. Really enjoy listening to them. The sound on their albums is superb. And yeah, they're just a great band. You know, all round package, really. So if you can put up with the German singing, which I think kind of adds to the whole atmosphere and sound of the band, then definitely, if you've not checked them out, give them a go. So yeah, thanks for watching, and that was yeah, the last of the R bands. Next we will be going into S, which I've got a whole ton of stuff. There'll be a few rankings coming up, things like Steel Panther, Scorpions, another great German band. Might do System of a Down. They've not done too many albums, but I might give that a go. Slayer, I've already done their ranking, which is one of the first videos I did, but I'll probably show their stuff again because I've picked up a few bits since then. But yeah, a lot to go through in S. Loads of Saxon stuff and yeah, just tons. And I've also picked up a whole bunch of new stuff since the last update, so probably got about 20 odd CDs to show for new bits. So yeah, plenty to go on with. Thanks for your patience waiting for this video. The next one shouldn't be as long. And I will catch you all next time. Thanks very much for watching. Take it steady. Cheers.